my name is Miss Astrid, and welcome to our weekly Watercolor and Poetry Club. As you can tell from the title, this class is all about watercolor painting and poetry. So bring your favorite tea or coffee or favorite beverage. We're going to sit down together and read some poetry and paint some art. Now, if you're not usually a fan of poetry, or maybe not usually a fan of art either, don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure that by the end of the first class, you will be. You're sure to find at least one poem that you like. And this is because I have arranged this schedule to include a mixture of contemporary, classical, indigenous, and international poets. I really truly believe that there's a poem out there for everyone. And what I really loved to do when I was a student is I like to have a journal of poems so that I could really think about it later on. And I find it really helpful to write down the poem. So what we might end up with at the end of this course is a journal of art and poetry. Now, for example, some of our poems that I've specifically chosen for the class are very famous classical poems. For example, this poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow is called Snowflakes. And so maybe we can paint a winter scene and some snowflakes on our page there. Maybe as you read some more contemporary poets, we might try some different art styles. For example, Langston Hughes is well known for being part of the Harlem Renaissance movement. And so we can get inspired by some of the artwork and the colors and some of the music themes in his poems as well. Now, some of our other poems we're going to read together are in other languages. So we might have to read some translations. We get to discuss the translations and what inspired the poet. They're from different eras, so we can give some historical context as to what inspired this poet to write this particular poem. So by the end of the class, you have a nice collection of poems and art, and we have a lot of different types of poems that we're going to study together. Now, you can bring any kind of watercolor paints that you have. This kind is just from like Walmart. You might have the kind that comes in tubes. That's fine. You can have a variety of paintbrushes, and I find it helpful to bring pencils, ink pens. If you have watercolor pencils, you can use all of those too. But if you just have your watercolor paints and a journal, that's really all you need. We're going to talk about the poets. Now, I think it's really helpful to learn a few things about the poet and the time period they lived in. So we're going to discuss that together and learn some interesting facts about our poet. So it's a nice variety of poetry and cultures. So I'm excited to have you in class. Again, feel free to bring your favorite beverage and have a nice chat as we talk about poetry together. I encourage self-expression, creativity, and I value inspiration. So whatever you draw, we're going to share them together and give each other some ideas and discuss poetry. And I hope you enjoy the class. Well, I'm excited to meet you, and let me know if you have any questions in advance. But feel free to just drop in whenever you can. All right. Well, I'll see you in class. Have a great day. Bye.